We are back in the garden. Welcome to the garden. One of my happy places. As you can tell, it's getting towards the end of the season. There's not much left here. I have some beets, I have a few greens, and here I have the carrots. This is a lot like the sweet potato video in that you don't really need to know how to harvest a carrot. You dig them up. But like the sweet potatoes, I'm gonna show you the crop I got. This is a small amount. I did more over at the main farm. These were some I put in a little bit later. Carrots usually have a maturity day of like 70 to 80 days. So they're a little bit shorter and they can grow some decent carrots. I leave mine in though longer than that because they get bigger. The one thing, if you leave them in longer, they can sprout flowers and then they usually get really woody in the center and those aren't really usable. But if they can even take a frost or two, they actually get a little bit sweeter. It helps their sugars kind of condense a little bit more, just kind of like sweet potatoes. So I like to leave them in longer. Now, guess what guys? Just like probably all of you, I run out of time all the time because I'm doing all this alone. Carrots love to be thinned. They love to, when you plant them, you usually scatter the seeds throughout the row. They come up too many. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't thin them. And I often don't because I run out of time. So I'm not gonna get perfectly beautiful, long, straight carrots. Instead, I'll probably get mangled, weird looking ones, but guess what they are? They're still a carrot. You can still roast them, eat them, they're delicious. So we're gonna start digging because you know what? You never know what you get until you start digging. And just like anything else, you wanna kind of go a ways away from the carrot and then start digging them out. So I have to first kind of look where they are because I can't quite see the row. And so they're obviously a root. And with roots, my thing is what? I love these raised beds because for root vegetables, they allow you to have such beautiful, look at those carrots. So since I didn't thin them, look, some of them are gonna be kind of small and weird. Some of them are just quirky. And then you get the big nice ones too. So I'm gonna keep digging on these. We're gonna see what we get. And so I'm going probably at least 6 inches away from that row. That's just gonna hopefully ensure that I'm not just cutting into them. Oh, looky. Hey, Mr. Carrot. Some good carotene right there. So I've heard if you eat a lot of carotene, you have that kind of nice, like it can turn you almost not orange, but like give you a glow. I totally am gonna believe that. I don't know if that's true, but why not, right? So I'm gonna keep digging these, show you what I have and what I do to store them. I've dug most of them up, and there's all different types of carrots. So a lot of the ones I grow, I might not have grown some of the longer, perfectly straight carrots, or I mean, there's all different sizes and there's miniature ones. So at this point, as you can see, it's a big mess. But again, do you see why raised beds are nice? It has nice loose soil, so they're easy to dig up. So all these carrot tops, you can wash them, pick off what's kind of not good. You can clean them, you can use them in pesto, sautés. They're really healthy, they're good. Obviously there's a ton of them. They're also great on compost. If you have chickens, they're good. So, okay, I didn't mean to cut off quite that deep, but what I do now is I go through, I take these carrots and I cut off just that green part. Just think of like what you would buy in a grocery store. And then what I'll do is I'll take these in. So if you had a true root cellar, which I wish I did. Some old farms really have a good one that's kind of like half in the ground. It keeps it, right around that like 40s degree mark, kind of in the 40s, 45, 50. You can actually keep some of the dirt on them and keep them kind of in piles, maybe with some straw. I don't have that. What do I have? I have a second fridge, and that's where I put all my extra produce. So I clean them, wash them, put them in plastic bags or in airtight containers, and then store them in the fridge. Because just like grocery store carrots, they keep for a long time. Carrots keep for a really long time in your fridge, and that's great. And I'm not gonna joke when I say these cleaned and washed in my fridge, they keep, I've kept them past Christmas. I've kept them well into the winter. Usually, I don't have them rot. I usually use them up instead of having them rot. So I'm gonna keep cutting these tops off, put them in my basket, because it's just fun, but also you need something to carry them with, so obviously. And then we'll just be done. So a couple rows, small rows, and you can see I have some good carrots, and these are gonna last for a few months if they actually last that long or if I eat them all. But these are delicious, healthy, homegrown carrots, which, can I just say one caveat here? Homegrown vegetables like these in your garden have so much more flavor than just like awful store-bought ones that were shipped across the country. You can buy a delicious market fresh, all those. But anyway, these are delicious. And I hope you're now inspired to grow some because it can be easy. And look how fun and rewarding that is. I mean, are they beautiful and perfect? No. Guys, welcome to life. Gardening isn't perfect. I mean, it could be if you spent all the time and had gardeners to do it. I don't. Kip, I try, and he isn't the best gardener at the moment. We're trying to get to that point where he could maybe just take on and do the gardens, but we'll have to wait for him to grow up a bit. Okay. I'm gonna take these in, wash them, put them in a fridge, and have produce throughout the winter. That's the point.